Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Rachel Bohannon and I am an independent Scentsy consultant. Today we are going to sniff our way through the whole spring catalog. So I'm going to do this rapid fire as fast as I can and hope my kids don't interrupt. So let's just get started with the fresh category. So first up is aloe vera and ivy. Let's see. Cool aloe vera entwined with climbing ivy and a splash of watery melon. So this one is very fresh, clean, melon. I don't get I guess I expected ivy to be a little bit bitter and herbal, but it's not. It's just a little bit of green behind the aloe vera, I guess. It's a little bit sweet, very clean, fresh. This one's on my short list for my first order. So I'm excited about that one. Next is aloe water and cucumber. This one, I've had a lot. Aloe water, cucumber peel, palm frond, and pineapple nectar are oh so mellow. Definitely mellow, a little bit sweeter. It's kind of a cool sweetness. A lot of people can pick out actual cucumber or aloe water, and I can't pick out anything. It's just so well blended together that it's sweet and fresh and clean. I don't pull out any pineapple. I don't get palm frond. I don't get any of those individual things, but all together, it's beautiful, fresh, clean, light. Great performer though. Don't confuse light with light and intensity. It's strong and lasts forever. Amazon Rain. Set off on a rainforest romp swirling with sweet notes of melon, orange zest, coconut milk, and sultry night blooming jasmine. This one is on my list of favorites. It's clean, green, fresh, kind of. I get why they call it Amazon Rain. It's very lush and green and clean. It doesn't have the aquatic rain note, but it's fresh, right after a good rain, kind of fresh. I don't get jasmine necessarily. One time warming it, I pulled jasmine, but not usually. I usually get more melon than anything else, especially after it's been warming a couple of days. Melon comes out a lot more. And I don't get coconut. So it's got coconut milk in it. It just kind of adds a little bit of creaminess. Not coconutty at all. And that is Amazon Rain. Next is Atlantic Air. A refined veil of ocean mist, sea salt, and white orchid. This one just smells like fresh sea air to me. This is what I wanted by the sea to be. Oops, I lost my place. Let's see, what was in it? Ocean mist, sea salt, and white orchid. So I don't get white orchid. It doesn't pull floral to me at all. It just smells clean ocean air, like sea breeze kind of. And then next is By the Sea. Ooh. The scent of ocean air wafting through dewy seaside grass. So this one was super strong. You get a whole lot of that beach grass. I know a lot of people say it smells like being right by the ocean, but no. I grew up at the beach. This is not. Atlantic air gets closer to actual seaside air. This one is a whole lot of that beachy grass note. I have the Bath and Body Works beach grass candle. This reminds me a whole lot of that. It leans a little bit toward that masculine cologne aquatic note, which I put half a cube or 1 cube in a mini warmer in my bathroom, and I had to take it out after a couple hours. It was too much. It was too strong for me, but I don't like my scent super strong. So if you like strong ones, this one is a really good one, and it's a bestseller, probably because it is so strong and such a good performer. Next up is Clean Breeze. White florals with a touch of spraying. This is the scent of fresh, clean laundry. This one smells like fresh, clean laundry. Just a laundry scent. It's a little bit on the sweeter side. Doesn't have the fresh air note. It's just like sticking your nose in a detergent bottle. I don't know exactly which detergent it is, but it's very familiar. And it's you want to make your house smell clean, Clean Breeze is the way to go. Also a great performer and also very strong. Clothesline. Crisp greens, orange flower, creamy violet, and white wicker basket will let you savor the scent of just washed laundry. This one is like line dried laundry. This one smells like my grandma's laundry that she used to hang on the line to dry. So you get a little bit of that fresh air breeze note And then the like strong powdery, I guess Tide, maybe powdered Tide years ago. Don't quote me on that. But just fresh line dried laundry. I don't know what a wicker basket smells like, but I guess that's in there. Also another one that I had to take out because it was just so strong. And that is Clothesline. Also a bestseller. Next is Coral Waters, which is a new release for the season. Lush nectarine blossom and peony bloom alongside bright clear coral waters. This one I get a lot of aquatic. It's like the floral, it's floral aquatic. That's exactly what it is. So you get the pretty like peony and nectarine blossom, and then the coral water. So it does lean a little bit more towards that masculine cologne aquatic feel, but it's kind of balanced back by the floral notes. Very pretty. And so I'm excited to see how that one performs. I think it'll probably be on the stronger end from my taste. Next is French Lavender. Pure herbal fragrance of wild lavender from the hills of France. Yep, just herbal, straight up herbal lavender. And that's all it is. It's not a sweet lavender. It's not like Jammy Time, which is, we're going to get to in here in a second, but it's just clean, straight, stick your nose in like lavender sachet kind of thing. And that is French Lavender. Next is Inhale, Exhale. Search for inner peace with salted citrus, calming freesia, and solar woods. This one's very spa-like. I get a lot of the solar woods. And that like salted citrus. That makes sense. It's like salty citrus, not like you could pick out lemon or orange or anything. It's just that salty citrus, a little bit of floral, and like sun driftwood almost. It's very pretty, very spot-like. Kind of what you would expect like a yoga studio to smell like or something like that. Next is Iridescent Pearl. Lustrous layers of ripe, juicy mango and apple blossom wind down with tranquil water lotus. This one I really like. It's very light. So this one didn't make my short list to order for my first order for the season because it seems so light. But I get the like juicy mango. It's not something I would pull as mango, but it's that juicy sweetness, juicy tropical feel. Apple blossom, it doesn't strike me as floral. And I don't get like super appley notes, but it's kind of like a little bit of a back note, a little bit of fresh apple blossom, I guess is the best way to describe it. They're right. And then tranquil water lotus, it doesn't do that aquatic water note, but it's kind of that green watery feel. And that is Iridescent Pearl. Next is Jammy Time. Drift into dreamland with baby freesia, lavender, and sweet pea. This one is also one of my favorites. It's very sweet, and you do get the like herbal lavender, but it's a sweeter lavender. It's not the herbal straight up lavender bush that you get in French Lavender. Now after it's been warming a few days, it does kind of die down to that a little bit more. But it's the sweet pea and the baby freesia that kind of sweeten it up and make it a little more pretty. And that one I love in my kids' room. That is Jammy Time. Next is Just Breathe. Breathe deeply as soothing eucalyptus, zesty lemon, and a medley of mints comfort and rejuvenate. This one smells like Vicks to me. It's like clear your sinuses, not feeling well, put this one in. Eucalyptus, lemon, mint. So kind of like Bath and Body Works eucalyptus mint, their line of that. Very pretty though. It's a little sweeter than like Vicks. It's not quite that sinus clearing. It's not that mentholated, but definitely eucalyptus mint with a little bit of lemon sweetness. Next is Lavender Cotton. Find your magical moment in purple lavender, soft cotton, and daisy blossom. This is that herbal lavender or French lavender meets like Clothesline. So you get that like line-dried linen, cotton, laundry note meets the herbal lavender. And then a little bit of the like daisy blossom is a little bit of that powdery floral in there too, which kind of blends in with the laundry, the cotton, which some laundry detergents kind of tend to lean that way. But that is lavender cotton. Next is magnolia linen. Sun-washed linen dances in the breeze amid a garden of magnolia and honeysuckle. This one is new, and it's very pretty. It's a floral laundry. I don't get honeysuckle. I guess it just lends a little bit of sweetness. I don't pull like honeysuckle, like straight up honeysuckle bush. But it is like clothesline meets floral, like almost like lush gardenia, but magnolia. It's very pretty. The assumption is that it's going to be a great performer just because it's another laundry scent, and laundry scents usually tend to be super strong, long lasting. So we'll see about that one, but it smells beautiful. And it'll be great in the laundry line. So hopefully that'll come out next year. Hopefully. Next is Make a Splash. Dewy melon and fresh green apple dive into refreshing turquoise waters. Yep, I get melon and then a little bit of the aquatic waters. I don't get green apple so much. It just kind of makes it a little tartar and brighter. But yeah, apple, melon, waters. Pretty, fruity, light, and bright. And that is Make a Splash, which is also a new release. Newborn Nursery. This one is fresh, clean, and powdery. This dreamy scent evokes memories of cradling your little ones. Straight up baby powder. Stick your nose in a jar of baby powder, that's what you get. And I've also heard this is a great performer too. Next is Now and Then. Sunny grapefruit balances calming chamomile in a yin and yang kind of love story. This one's pretty. It's also very yoga studio. So you get a little bit of like the sweetness from the grapefruit, and calming chamomile. So it's kind of like an herbal sweetness. And it smells super familiar to me somehow. I'm not sure what it reminds me of. Almost like something from the Bath & Body Works aromatherapy line. Kind of along that line. But it's very pretty, very calming. Now and Then. Then last from the fresh category is Pink Cotton. Find your fantasy on a cloud of clean cotton swirled with fruity pink berries and vanilla sugar. So this is sweet, clean berries meets laundry. The first time I smelled this, I got it in the body cream first. And the first time I opened it up, I was like, whoa, bubblegum. But then once I actually used it, you definitely get laundry. It's just sweet, pretty, girly laundry. And that's one of my favorites. So I'm excited that this came back in the wax so that I can go for the full experience, because I have these in the washer whiffs. So we're going to do the bedding in pink cotton and put it in the warmers and just go full on pink cotton in here. And then next up is the citrus category. So we start with Be Fabulous. Bright limoncello sparkles against a splash of ruby grapefruit and sweet sugared musk. This is pretty grapefruit, sweet, fruity. I get like sweet lemon, a little bit of tartness from the grapefruit, and then sweet sugared musk. I don't pull musk in like a super musky way, but it just kind of dials it back from being like super duper fruity in your face. But yeah, you definitely get the like sugared sweet lemon citrus kind of. And that is Be Fabulous. Next is Blue Grotto, which is a bestseller. Run away with fresh tropical notes, sweet citrus, and lush botanicals. This one is supposed to smell like the Capri Blue Volcano candle. And it is very sweet, very strong, very tropical. Tropical citrus. Very strong though. Another one that I couldn't handle because it was so strong with just one cube. Very sweet, which I think I already said. So that is Blue Grotto. Next is Cocoa Lime. Coconut milk and creamy vanilla get energized with a citrusy splash of fresh lime. Whoop, losing my catalog here. This one is very authentic lime. I was a little scared this one would be super coconutty, like sunscreen coconut, but it's more of that like flaked sweet bakery coconut, which makes me really happy because I love to eat coconut, but I hate coconut scents because they just tend to remind me of like banana boat sunscreen. But this is pretty. It's authentic, like lime you put on your Mexican food meets like a little bit of sweet, creamy, sweetened flake coconut that you would bake with. So this one made my short list, which really surprised me. So I'm excited to warm that one. And that is Cocoa Lime. Next is Coconut Lemongrass. Creamy tropical coconut and sunny bright lemongrass. This one, all I get is coconut. My husband does not like coconut scents, and he, like, even more than me, and he gets nothing but lemon. Lemongrass actually doesn't smell like lemons, which kind of surprises me that everybody thinks it smells like lemon, which it kind of does. It does have that lemony feel, but lemongrass is an herb. It's not actually a sweet citrus. So I get coconut and then a little bit of lemoniness, and it's that like artificial coconut banana boat kind of coconut. And that is coconut lemongrass. Next is Havana Cabana. Luscious medley of pineapples, oranges, bananas, and berries. This one smells like a pina colada to me. There's no coconut in this, which is in a pina colada, but between the pineapple and the banana, that's all I get. Maybe when it warms up, maybe like the oranges and the berries would come out, but it's like a tropical smoothie. And that is Havana Cabana. Next is Lemon Sorbet. Fresh cut lemon and grapefruit zest sweetened by sugar cane. It's like a lemon ice. It's very tart and icy and cool, but also very sweet. Exactly what you would expect like a frozen lemonade lemon sorbet to smell like. It's very pretty and very sweet, very bright. And that is Lemon Sorbet. Next is Lemon Verbena. Fresh lemon zest, bright lime, and verbena leaf. This one I just get like Bath and Body Works. What was it? Coconut lime for lemon verbena that they used to do years ago. Maybe they still have it. But yeah, lemon zest and verbena. Definitely exactly what it says it is. Very lemony and bright. And that is Lemon Verbena. Next is, which way did I do this? Paradise Punch. I can't figure out if I'm going up or sideways or down. Paradise Punch. A medley of wild Indian orange and sunny lemon juice, acai berries, and star fruit. This one, straight up fruit punch. Sweet, pretty, fruity, tropical. I don't pull out any like particular fruit, but it smells just like a fruit punch, like Hawaiian punch kind of thing. And that is Paradise Punch. Next is Sandswept. Blue ocean water breaks on the coastline over sandstone, driftwood, and pink lemon groves. This one is new. On first sniff, all I got was like the sandstone driftwood. I didn't get any pink lemon the first time I smelled it, which I did a first sniffs of all the new ones, and I didn't get any lemon at all. Now everybody else pulls lemon, and the more I like smell it, the more I kind of understand why. But all I get is like aquatic driftwood, stone, like wet stone kind of smell. It was maybe like a little sweetness from like earthy lemon groves, but I still don't get like fresh lemon from this. And maybe that's just me, but that is Sandswept. Next is Squeeze the Day. A tart and true fragrance of pure lemons balanced by a hint of vanilla cream. This one is a bakery lemon. It smells like lemon bars. My husband thinks it smells like Pledge. So the last time I warmed this, he came and is like, why does it smell like lemon Pledge in here? And then my 4.5-year-old came in and he's like, why does it smell like lemons? I'm like, because I like it, and it smells like lemon bakery. And it's very pretty, very sweet. That creamy vanilla definitely comes in. And then lemon, like artificial lemon. Not tart in the least bit. Next is Sun-Kissed Citrus. Lively blend of oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruit. Now, at first, the grapefruit scared me from this because I don't like grapefruits. But it's exactly what you expect from a generic artificial citrus scent. Very orangey, lemony, lime. Pretty, clean, fresh, sweet, citrusy. Very basic, excellent in all the things, because it is a bestseller for good reason. Next is Tangerine Creamsicle. Icy tangerine blended with mango and vanilla cream swirl make the sweetest tropical treat. Now this one I keep messing up my words and confusing it with orange dreamsicle, an orange creamsicle, but it is technically tangerine creamsicle. And it smells like an orange push pop to me, like icy, sweet, creamy orange push pop. I can never tell the difference between like tangerine scents and orange scents, but it's not that artificial orange. It's definitely tangerine. And then like sweet, icy, cool. It's pretty, and if you really like orange and cream scents, it's going to be a rock star for you, but I just can't do orange cream because of an unfortunate incident in college with some Pinnacle Whip vodka. So this one will not be coming home to my house, but I think it'll be a really good seller. And that is Tangerine Creamsicle. All right, and then moving on from citrus to fruity. So we start with apricot vanilla. Heirloom peach, apricot, and vanilla ice cream tempt fate and everyone else. One of Heidi's favorites. This one I've heard is very light. Some people like, some people say it's a great performer. So you get apricot vanilla. It's sweet ice cream meets apricots. Like dried apricots, kind of. It's pretty and peachy vanilla. Yep, it's exactly what you would expect it to be. It's not perfumey or anything like that. It's very sweet, fruity, like peach ice cream almost. And then Very Bright, which is a bestseller. Blue raspberry and fresh clementine light the way to sweet sugar plum. This one, blue raspberry, just straight up artificial blue raspberry. I can kind of pull a little bit of the plum on the back end of it, but if you like the blue ices that taste like blue raspberry or blue raspberry Jolly Rancher, this is the one for you. My 4-year-old really loves that one, partially because it's blue and blue is his favorite color. Next is another bestseller, which is Black Raspberry Vanilla. Delicious sun-sweetened dark berries warmed with vanilla. This one is classic. I warmed it once and it was very light for me, which everybody says it's a great performer, but I found it to be very light. I had to get right up close to the warmer to smell it. So maybe I just put it in the wrong spot, but raspberry is like a dark raspberry jam meets sweet bakery vanilla. And that is Black Raspberry Vanilla. Next is Camu Camu. Tropical oasis of lush mandarin, camu camu, and passion fruit. This one, I don't pull any like particular fruit. It's just kind of lush and tropical. It reminds me of what I expect skinny dipping, which we'll get to in a minute. It kind of pulls like mango, like tropical, sweet, melon, kind of that vibe. So this one also made my short list for my first order of the season. It's tropical. It doesn't have the, like, passion fruit can tend to be kind of almost overripe and not pleasant, at least to me. And I don't get that. At least not on cold stiff. Maybe it'll come out on warmed, but I don't pull a whole lot of the passion fruit. Let's see. Cloudberry Dreams. Sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. Sweet and pretty and floral raspberry. Whoops. All right. And then, let's see. Where was I? Peach. Yep, I definitely pull peach. And then the rose. It's not like a super strong powdery floral rose, but it's definitely there. It's just kind of light. It makes it very pretty. Next is Go-Go Mango. Juicy mango and melon garnished with hibiscus and sweet banana flower. Yep, sweet mango. I have this in a lot of, I have the dish soap and counter clean going right now in the bathroom cleaner, so it kind of smells like bathroom cleaner to me, which I love it in the bathroom cleaner, which is discontinued now and makes me so sad. But it's fresh and tropical and mango, melon. I love all things melon, so it's very pretty. A lot of people say they can't really smell it in the wax, so I'm excited to try it. I didn't grab it this time just because I'm not super excited about it until I get through all the cleaning products I have. But it's a favorite for sure. Next is Johnny Appleseed. Just picked Macintosh. Just picked Macintosh. Pops with apple peels and hint of crisp pear. This one is just straight up apple and a whole lot of the apple peel. Almost like the like, I don't want to say bitter, but the waxy bitterness of the peel. It's like exactly what a Macintosh apple peel smells like. I don't get pear at all. Straight up red apple peel. That is Johnny Appleseed. Next is Mad for Melon, which is another new release. Juicy honeydew melon, fresh from the vine, is adorned with freesia and wild poppy. This one, it doesn't strike me as necessarily a cantaloupe or honeydew or watermelon, but I definitely get floral, and I definitely get some sort of melon, which I hope the melon will come out more when it's warmed, which melon tends to be one of the scents that lasts for several days after the top notes die off. So yeah, it's very floral and fruity. This one I also got, so I'm excited to see how it changes as it warms. I think it'll be one that will change quite a bit as it warms. Next is Mahalo Coconut. Paradise is only a whiff away with floral Hawaiian lei and violet over fresh fruity fresh pineapple and coconut. This one is like sunscreen coconut to me. So you get the like Hawaiian, so almost like, I don't know why, but I get peach rings, like the smell of like the gummy peach rings. Maybe that's just what I associate with the smell, but it's very like floral, sunscreeny coconut. Not a fan for me, but if you like coconut, this is beautiful. It's a well done coconut scent. And with like the sweetness from the pineapple, it's not artificial pineapple, but it's definitely the sweet tropicalness is there. And it doesn't smell like a pina colada, which most things with coconut and pineapple do smell like a pina colada. That one doesn't. That one's more about the coconut and the florals. Next is Oh Snapdragon, which is another new release. Exotic blood orange and sparkling pink pineapple are punctuated by fierce snapdragon. This one is very light. Oops, if I can get it open. I think it's very pretty, very like, almost like a mild fruit punch meets a light floral. This one I was going to get, but I ended up passing on it because I decided I couldn't picture where I was going to warm it. It's light and floral and fruity, and I think it's very pretty. And I think I'll try it later in the season, but I'm interested to see everybody else's reviews on it first. Because I don't pull any of the things individually that's on there, but it's so pretty. And that is Oh Snapdragon. Next is Peach Nectar. Delicate peach skin and blue freesia settle into a bed of billowy musk clouds. Peachy, like peach body care is what I get from this. The musk clouds aren't musky in a bad way. They're just kind of there to make it a little more dusky, I guess. And it's not like juicy peach, it's like the peach skin with a little bit of floral, softened by the musk clouds. So that is peach nectar. Next is Perfectly Pomegranate. Dark and juicy pomegranate with a sweet berry finish. This is a classic. This one is very sweet. Sweet berries. Sweet and creamy. I'm not a big fan of pomegranate, so I don't know exactly what they taste like. But it doesn't have the like tartness that I expect or that I associate with pomegranate. I mean, maybe a little bit once it's warmed up, but like I said, it's not one I've tried, so I can't really speak a whole lot about it. But it's dark, juicy, fruity, berry, exactly what it says it would be. And that is Perfectly Pomegranate. Next is Pina Colada Cha-Cha. Island coconut and zesty pineapple lead, white rum and vanilla bean follow. This one smells exactly like a pina colada, rum and all. Like I totally get the rum note with the coconut, pineapple, banana. Exactly what stick in your face in a pina colada smells like. And that is Pina Colada Cha-Cha. Pineapple Pucker. Fresh pineapple steals the show in this eye-opening tropical production. Straight up artificial pineapple. Not almost fresh pineapple, but it's still a little bit of that artificial, like fake pineapple flavoring. Sweet, juicy, pretty, very tropical. Next is Prickly Pear and Agave. Prickly pear and agave are sweet as a desert sunset behind a dreamy veil of sheer petals. This one really intrigues me. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, this time when I open it up, I get the sheer petals right in my face. You don't get pear like traditional pear. It's prickly pear, so it's a little bit different. And there's like that sweet agave sweetness and then sheer petals, so it's a little bit floral. Definitely floral this time. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the order that I'm smelling these in today, but I definitely get a lot of floral from this today. And a little bit of that fruity, but it's a little bit brighter and fresher and cleaner than most of the like fruity floral scents. Definitely green, which this one, the label on it is pink and then the wax is green. So it's a little bit of a mind trip. Next is Rainbow Sherbet. It's a classic. Orange zest, sugared strawberry, and key lime zing just like the real thing. This one also made my short list because everybody raves about it. It's like sweet and cool and tropical, like the way the tangerine creamsicle, I hope I got that one right. Kind of the way that one smells icy. This one definitely smells the same, like icy sherbet, almost like fruit punch meets like ice cream. I haven't had rainbow sherbet in years and years, so I don't even remember like which colors or which flavor, or if they're all the same flavor. But it's zesty and orangey, like the brightness and the key lime zing, strawberry. I definitely pull the orange and the lime. I don't so much get strawberry. It's not that artificial fake strawberry, which I'm not a fan of in like scents. It's sweet and clean and fruity, which I'm excited to try this one, and that is Rainbow Sherbet. Next is Rainbows and Butterflies. Live the fantasy with fresh strawberries, pineapple juice, and vanilla citrus. This one is sweet. I get the vanilla. The vanilla citrus is definitely there. I maybe get a little bit more of that like artificial strawberry, pineapple, kind of fruity and girly and like, I want to almost say juvenile, like a very kid, like a little girl's room fragrance. Very sweet for sure. and that is Rainbows and Butterflies. Sea salt and avocado. You do you, while pink sea salt, Valencia orange, and creamy avocado keep your spirit in flight. This one was one of the first ones that I tried from Scentsy. And I don't know how, but it smells creamy like an avocado. It's fresh and green and bright. So well blended. I don't get like orange or anything individually. I didn't know what to expect from avocado because avocados don't really have a scent exactly. And it's not something that I really want a room to smell like, but I think it's beautiful. I have a fragrance flower in this one going right now in my master closet, and every time I walk in there, I love it. It's so pretty and so clean. And this one is another one in the wax that is super strong, and it changes a lot as it goes. Like every few hours, the scent changes, and it gets a little bit more creamy at points, and then a little more bright and citrusy at points, a little sweeter. Very pretty, very fresh, clean scent. Then next is Skinny Dippin'. Fresh green apples perfectly harmonized with refreshing melons and juicy pears. This one, maybe it's just in the tester, but it just smells waxy to me. I know it's been around forever. It's a great favorite. You can get this one in a brick through Scentsy Club, which is the subscription service. I don't know that I guess green apple, like a tart green apple mixed with the melons. I can see how the melon will come in later with this one. The more I smell it, the more I get melon. And I don't really get pear necessarily, but it's like that apple pear melon kind of smell with a little bit of a waxy vibe. So I'm hoping that's not there when it's actually warmed. But that is Skinny Dippin'. Next is Strawberry Rose. A sweet blend of mouth-watering strawberries and soft rose petals with a touch of sheer musk. This one I get rose. It's like sweet strawberry rose. Like artificial strawberry meets like body care rose. Which I like neither of those things, so I don't love this one. It's sweet and mouth-watering. I don't even like it, and it makes my mouth water when I'm smelling it. But yeah, it's exactly what it says it is. Strawberries, rose petals, and sheer musk. That is Strawberry Rose. Sugared Strawberry. A blend of luscious strawberries, juicy currants, and California sun-kissed lemons. Currant can sometimes be bitter. I think the bitterness of the currants just pulls back a little bit of that super, super sweet sugared strawberry smell. But it's very sweet strawberry. I don't get lemon. I think the citrus kind of almost like when you squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in like fresh cut strawberries. That's kind of where it leads. This is definitely not fresh strawberry. It's more artificial strawberry. Next is Watermelon Tangerine. Sweet watermelon slices spiked with juicy tangerine and dewy greens. This one I'm excited about. I know this came out last summer in a special collection, but I haven't tried it. Sweet, clean. It's not like Jolly Rancher watermelon. It's more like fresh cut watermelon meets a little bit of that like tangerine citrus. And then the dewy greens just kind of make it a little more earthy, so it's not just straight fruit. It's a little more grounded, which I really love this one. This one is also on my first order, and that is Watermelon Tangerine, and that is the end of the fruity category. Next is Floral. So Aloha Citrus, a fresh tide of tangerine, jade blossom, and vetiver. This one, I get a whole lot of citrus, and I do get a lot of the vetiver. I don't know what jade blossom smells like. And I don't necessarily get the tangerine from this, but it's like a tropical vetiver smell, which I have a vetiver hand soap that I've had for years from Bath & Body Works that I love. I love it on my hands. And this kind of reminds me of that with a little bit of extra like fruitiness. And that is Aloha Citrus. Next is Here Comes the Sunflowers, which is a bestseller. Sun-kissed petals and fruity musk celebrate all things spring with a sweet pop of strawberry. This one, very sunny. It smells like sunshine. Sunshine with a little bit of like fruity sweetness and maybe a little bit of floral. This one I ordered. I haven't tried it. And I think maybe the floral will come out later, but I get a little bit of that like spring sunshine, which I just think is so pretty and beautiful. So I'm really excited to try that one on like the first like warm day of spring. I think this one will be great. Then next is Hibiscus Pineapple. Hibiscus pineapple and a touch of sweet mandarin tell an enchanting tropical tale. This one is very floral to me. So a whole lot of the hibiscus. Pineapple, maybe. It's very body care, which I think this is the one that came out in body care. I might be wrong about that, but it's very pretty floral fruity. It's more so on the floral side than the fruity side, which I guess is why they put it in the floral category. Makes sense. And that is Hibiscus Pineapple. All right, next is Lilacs and Violets. Perfect combination of lilacs and violets, the smell of spring. This one, spring florals, like whoa, like, you know, when you walk into the grocery store and the floral section is right there at the beginning and all you get is the florals. That's exactly what this is. This is super bright, clean spring floral. If you like florals, this is beautiful, which I like in flowers, not in like scents. So not a favorite for me, but I know a lot of people love that one. Next is Luna, which is a bestseller. White florals, jasmine, sweet pea, and freesia. Juicy berries and sandalwood shimmer like moonlight. This one is gorgeous. It's a classic. They all blend together beautifully. You don't pull out any single one of them. I am very cautious about sandalwood, but it's not heavy on the sandalwood. It just kind of makes it very perfumey. It smells like a body care like perfume that I must have worn years ago. And I think it's just so beautiful. It's beautiful anywhere. Lasts forever. Great performer. Everybody loves Luna. The next is Lush Gardenia. The creamy full scent of classic gardenia with a whisper of tuberose. This one is whoa strong, stick your face straight in a gardenia bush. And I've heard a lot of people say that they can only do like half a cube at a time because it is such a good performer that they can't handle it. But yeah, exactly like our gardenia. We have a, growing up we had a gardenia bush right off our back porch. So it's very much like that late summer evening smell to me. Next is Summer Holiday. Steal away to a sunny aisle bursting with lush plumeria, tiger lily, and sweet orange, softened by vanilla and radiant amber. This one is very floral, perfumey. There's a whole lot going on in this. I don't like amber, so I get a lot of the amber. I think that's what makes it like dusky and perfumey to me. And the plumeria, which I don't love plumerias. So there's not a lot about this one that I like. I know a lot of people do like it. And I guess the orange is just there for sweetness. I don't get like orange straight up. Florals and amber. Not for me, but a pretty scent nonetheless. And that is Summer Holiday. Next is Sun-Soaked Petals. Newly opened daffodil petals, sunny currant, and water mint flourish in the sun. This one is new and it smells just like a daffodil to me. We had, along our fence line growing up, we had a whole row of daffodils. So this smells exactly like when the daffodils first come up in the spring. And it's so pretty. I don't get currant. I don't get any kind of berry note. I don't get mint at all. So I guess the water mint is just there for like a grounded greenness. Very pretty. I'm excited to try this one and hear how it performs. I didn't get it this time, but I think this one will be one I try in the spring. Let's see, and that is it for the floral category. Next is bakery. So the first one is almond croissant, which I think I had the almond croissant tester, but my 4-year-old loves smelling mommy's whack. which is what he calls my wax testers. So I don't know if almond croissant tester wandered off with my 4-year-old or if I never got it to begin with. But I did have a bar of it that I got from the fall catalog when it was first released. And this is a fresh baked croissant is made even more heavenly with cinnamon sugar and an infusion of almond. So it smells just like an almond croissant. It is one that the first few hours that it's warming, I think it is so delicious smelling, like a fresh baked almond croissant. I don't get any cinnamon sugar from it. Maybe like the cinnamon is like a 1/4 teaspoon mixed into the filling kind of thing. But then it dies off and then it gets down to this waxy point that I just don't love. I love it when it's first going. I have 2 cubes left in my bar and I can't bring myself to finish that off because I just don't love it as much as I want to. It's beautiful. I know a lot of people love it, which is why it's sticking around, but it's just not for me. Next is apple butter frosting, a heartwarming medley of cinnamon, spiced apples, and decadent vanilla buttercream. This is apple cider meets buttercream frosting. You get a little bit of that apple ciderness. You don't pull it apple exactly. It's just kind of that like spices and fall scent mixed with like sweet butter. So that is apple butter frosting. Next is apple cherry strudel. Granny Smith apple, cherry, and vanilla drizzle insist on dessert first. This one you get a little bit of pastry nut like the strudel. And then the cherry is not like super strong. It just adds a little bit extra to the apple. And I do get apple from this one for sure. Like that baked apple cherry strudel, exactly what you would expect it to smell like. And that is apple cherry strudel. Baked apple pie. Where did I lose my spot? Flaky crust, apples, and spices combined in a strong scent. This one I know a lot of people love. This one, first off, I get cinnamon. Like, whoa, cinnamon. I don't get a noticeable crust note, which I want to. I want it to be like apple pie where the cinnamon is in the back. But no, I just get like cinnamon and then apple, and that's it. That's what I get from baked apple pie. Next is blueberry cheesecake. Thick, rich New York cheesecake with a light graham cracker crust and delicious blueberries. This one is exactly what a blueberry cheesecake smells like. You get that cream cheese and then like the artificial blueberry compote on top. With a little bit of the like graham cracker crust, which I'm surprised about, but it's all there. It's a bestseller and it smells delicious. I don't know that I want my house to smell like blueberry cheesecake, but that's exactly what it smells like. It's very pretty. And it's somehow like fresh and clean for a bakery, which I don't understand. But that is blueberry cheesecake. Next is butter pecan. If fall had a flagship fragrance, this blend of candy pecan and maple folded with butter would be a strong contender. Traditional butter pecan scent. So you get that nuttiness, not necessarily pecans. I can never decide how I want to say it, pecan. But you do get that nuttiness with the butter and then like a little bit of spices. I don't necessarily get maple. I know some people probably do, but I don't pull like straight up maple. Very pretty nutty sweetness, which I like to use a lot as a mixer. Next is Mocha Doodle. Delicious roasted coffee, beans, and cocoa balanced with sugar, caramel, and heavy cream. Coffee, chocolate, with like a creamy sweetness. I ordered this one. I am like dying for a good coffee scent. So I think this is a little bit more like cream and cocoa than I want it to be because I don't like mochas. I just want like straight up like creamy coffee. So I hope it's good. It's been around for a long time. And they took it out for the winter season, which was strange. But it is back for spring, which I'm excited to try that. Next is sugar cookie, warm sweet blend of butter, sugar, and creamy vanilla. Sugar cookie dough, like Pillsbury sugar cookie. It's exactly what it is. A lot of people love this one as a mixer. It's very sweet, vanilla, like traditional bakery smell. Next is Vanilla Bean Buttercream, which is a bestseller decadent buttercream frosting made with the freshest butter whipped with cane sugar and vanilla extract. Buttercream frosting, that's exactly what it is. You get a whole lot about that butter. So buttercream frosting is just butter and sugar. And that's exactly what it smells like. It's not like the melted toasted butter. It's just straight up raw butter with vanilla. Then next is Vanilla Waves. Sea salt and whipped vanilla crash into sticky caramel for an elegant fusion of opposites. This one I'm excited about. I get the like saltiness, the vanilla, and it's not like the same vanilla that's in Vanilla Bean Buttercream. A lot of people think it is, but I don't get caramel, because you don't get that like burnt bitter caramel note stickiness, but it's like, I think I said in my other video, it smells like the salted sweet cream that goes on top of a Starbucks salted sweet cream cold brew. I can never get those words in the right order, but I think it's going to be a great mixer. It's going to be great for summer. I don't think I'll like it on its own because I don't love vanilla scents, but I think it's going to be a great mixer. I'm going to try mixing this with some florals and see how that plays out for me. And that is the last of the bakeries. Next is spice. There's only 2 in the spice category for spring. Cinnamon vanilla, inviting blend of vanilla beans, cinnamon, coconut, and cassia. This one, whoo, just straight up like, you know, the cinnamon pine cones that they put in the door of the craft stores and the grocery store in the winter at Christmas. That's exactly what that smells like. That is like red hot cinnamon. I don't get anything past it because I don't like cinnamon. That's all I get. Next is Welcome Home. Warm and welcoming with cinnamon and spices. It smells like a craft store. It's very like traditional. I associate it like wintry, like homey baked goods, kind of a little bit of like those pine cones are in the corner over there, but you do get a little bit more like warmth from it. And that is Welcome Home, which is a bestseller. Let's see. Next up is the woods category. Bonfire Beach, toasted marshmallows smoldering over white flint and sandalwood harmonized with salty sea air and ocean spray. This one is like, what's it called? Oh, Bath and Body Works Marshmallow Fireside meets Salty Sea Air. So I've put, I have their beach grass candle and the toasted marshmallow. When I was waiting for this one to come back, I thought it sounded amazing. So I have those 2 candles. I put them next to each other, and that's exactly what this smells like. It's equal parts toasted marshmallow meets like sea, like by the sea. So it's beautiful. I'm interested to see if I ever get my hands on some toasted marshmallow, which didn't come back this catalog season. Toasted marshmallow and by the sea. I think those 2 together is what this is. So there's a little bit of smokiness. Not as much smokiness as I wanted there to be, but it's there. New is Coastal Sunset. Creamy coconut and sandalwood set the scene for warm amethyst amber. I don't like coconut, I don't like sandalwood, and I don't like amber. So this one is all of those things. It's like coconut body care, ambery, woody, kind of not for me, but a lot of people are excited about it. And it is new, and that is Coastal Sunset. Next is My Hero. Cool citrus and white birch ride a current of crisp air. This one smells like a man. This one smells like my dad. I remember as a kid, we bought him, I think it was the Armani Agua de I'm going to butcher it. I'm not even going to say it. But that Armani perfume that's been around for ages and ages. We bought that for him, and that's exactly what it smells like. It smells like a clean, classy man right out of the shower. And my dad tends to overdo it on like perfume. So it is quite strong perfume, cologne. But that is my hero. Next is Mystery Man. This one is warm white cedar, green verbena, and citrusy bergamot in a perfectly spiced sensual fragrance. This one is like a younger man. This one smells like Hollister to me. Like walking into Hollister and you get hit with that like Hollister cologne, which as a teenager I loved. I bought my husband that when we were 18. And it's very clean. It's like a man with a whole lot of cologne on. And that is Mystery Man. Satin Sheets. Sensual and earthy sandalwood perfectly paired with rich warm vanilla. This one, very sensual vanilla body care. A whole lot of the like sandalwood. It's not the like duskiness of amber, but it's up there. Not a favorite for me, but it's very like sweet and sexy almost. And that is Satin Sheets. Next is Sheer Leather. Slip into something more sensual like bergamot, a subtle hint of leather, and sandalwood. This one is also very much like an Abercrombie & Fitch kind of, to me, it's like Mystery Man, but lighter. So you get maybe it's not Abercrombie & Fitch. I don't remember. One of them had like a leathery smell to it. It's like going back like 20 years since I was shopping there, but it's pretty and it's light and it's very, a lot of people say it smells sexy. But that is Sheer Leather. Next is Weathered Leather. Oh, hey, Dougie. Let's see. Step into an old-fashioned saddle shop brimming with dark suede, tooled leather, and vintage saddles over a backdrop of oak. This one smells like leather. It smells like a shoe store. Like that woody leather, like fresh, nice, expensive leather shoes. Like the shoe department at a department store. Like the men's shoe department where they actually make shoes from real leather. And that is Weathered Leather. That is the end of the woods category. So that is the entirety of the like regular collection. But there are also 5 Disney and Marvel fragrances. So we'll do the Disney ones. So Mickey and Minnie got new scents this season. This one is Oh Boy, in honor of a true original juicy grapefruit cheerfully mixed with bright clementine and sugar vanilla is one of a kind, just like Mickey Mouse. This one is like fruit punch meets sherbet. Like, you know, the fruit punch bowls that they put out at parties where they have the fruit punch with the sherbet or the ice cream mixed in. That's what I get from this. It's sweet and orangey and fruity, and then a little bit of creaminess from vanilla. Then we have Minnie's fragrance, which is totally Minnie. Part classy and part sassy, this sweet blend of pink melon, hibiscus blooms, and juicy apple is full of fun and totally Minnie. This one is pretty. I think it's pretty and light and feminine and girly and sweet. I like how the hibiscus dials back a lot of the sweetness from the like artificial fruit that's in there. And I'm excited to try this one. I didn't order it the first go around, but it's definitely one that I'm going to try. And that is totally Minnie. Last but not least for the Mickey fragrances is Mickey Mouse and Friends. Celebrate everlasting friendship with a fragrance almost as sweet thanks to Georgia Peach, accented by pops of orange peel and vanilla. This is peachy, and this one is the one that smells like peach rings. I know I said that about another one earlier, but this one, straight up like sweet, sugary peach, vanilla, peach gummies. That's what I get from it, at least. And that is Mickey Mouse and Friends. And then we have the Winnie the Pooh fragrance, which is 100 Acre Wood. Grab your favorite hand and wander through a friendly forest swirling with cotton blossoms, wild jasmine, and sweet, cozy vanilla. This one I get a whole lot of the woods. The cotton blossom and then woods. It's not at all what I expected it to be. But it's very light and creamy and woody. Good like nursery kind of scent. But I do get a lot more of the woods than I expected to. I expected it to be sweeter and cleaner. and it's a little more dialed down, a little more woody. But it's very pretty, very light, very baby appropriate. Then last but not least is Marvel 9 Realms. A heroic mix of lime zest and blue tea keeps you connected to the universe, while lavender lightning really packs a punch. This one, I get the tea and the herbal lavender. I think the lime is there just to like brighten it up, but it's not a favorite for me. You get a whole lot of that like herbal tea meets the herbal lavender. There's just a whole lot of herbal going on, which my son loves this one just because it's Spider-Man and Marvel. But I don't think he actually likes the scent, which is funny. So he's begging me to get the Spider-Man scent, even though he doesn't actually like the way it smells. But it's very much like a white tea kind of smell. And that is Marvel 9 Realms. And that is it for the Spring and Summer 2021 catalog, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on a lot of the new ones, or ones that you are happy that came back, ones that you're sad didn't come back, all that good stuff. I really appreciate any subscribers or comments or anything like that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.